Welcome back to this edition of Inside Sports. We're talking Bowie State Bulldogs basketball today. I'm your host, Chris Marks, and now I'm joined by two of the senior leaders on the Bowie State Bulldog team, point guard Darren Clark, guard Gavin. Guys, thanks for being here today.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Now, both of you guys have roots from right here in Prince George's County. Darren, we'll start with you and just talk about where you're from.
I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, but I moved here when I was 14, and I graduated from Largo in 2008.
Okay, and Jay?
I'm from Sea Pleasant, Maryland, and I went to McNamara High School, graduated in 07.
And you took a roundabout way about getting to Bowie. Can you talk about that for a second?
Yeah, I started off, I went to Marist College in Poughkeepsie, New York, and my coach left, so I transferred to Virginia Commonwealth. And after my sit-out year, my coach left again, so I got a new coach, and my mother passed that summer of me getting a new coach. So it was kind of a rough season for me, so I just decided to come back home and be close to my family. That's why I ended up at Bowie.
And it worked out good because you guys have a great team. Darren, you also went somewhere else.
Yes, I also transferred into Bowie. I went to Lincoln University in Oxford, PA, and I went there for 2 years, and then I transferred over to Bowie.
So great year for you guys this year, 20-5. Comment on the season as a whole. Not only just the CIAA schedule, but the non-conference teams that you played to prepare for this point in the season.
I feel like that, me and him talk about, we're roommates, so, we talk about the season a lot. And we feel like, yeah, we've had a good season, but with us being seniors, there was a lot more that we want to accomplish in the regular season. So we feel like we had a couple of letdowns that we shouldn't necessarily had, but our season has still been successful to this point with us being 20-5.
Mm-hmm.
I feel as though we've reached some of the goals that we set out to, and we still can reach all the ones that we set out to reach in the beginning of the season. But like he also said, I feel like we had a couple of letdowns this year. But, any team would wish to be 20-5 at this point of the season, so we're grateful for that.
Now, you guys won the CIAA North Division. It's the third straight year you guys have won that. It has to be an accomplishment.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, it's our second in a row, since we came to Bowie. We won one last year, we won one this year, but Travis has been there. This is his third straight year winning it, so it's definitely an accomplishment.
Now, unfinished business. Last year you guys went to the CIAA. You got knocked out in the first round. I know that has to be on your mind heading there this year to try to get it done this year.
Yeah, it weighs heavy on me ever since we lost last year, and Bowie seems to have a little hump on his back for the CIAA, so I really want to go out as a senior, getting that off of the back, and then them going into the guys that we play with now, going into it next year and having a successful start like we did.
I think it just adds fuel to the fire. Us working hard over the summer, we kind of remember that feeling and never really lost that feeling of losing in the first round, being the #1 overall seed, and realizing that, we came up short. We really didn't reach our goal, which was to get a ring. So being a senior, we kind of want to go out on top.
Talk about that whole event as a whole, the CIAA tournament, and how the competition is and how competitive that tournament is.
Well, it's a gritty basketball games. I think one thing that we've learned this year with all of our experiences is ways to win. We might not always play the prettiest or play the best or shoot the best, but at the end of the day, when you're trying to extend your season, it's all about finding a way to win, no matter which way that is.
When the lights come on, we just want to perform and execute everything our coaches set out for us to do. And they give us a great game plan every time we go out to play a game, so we just try and do that our best so that we could come out with the win.
Now, the CIAA coaches on here, previous segment, talked about how it's a kind of a hybrid on the Atlantic region, and some teams are running gun in West Virginia. Pennsylvania division is kind of defense. CIAA is kind of a mix, but when you get to the CIAA tournament, it's all about defense and holding the other team to a low field goal percentage.
I feel like during the CIAA tournament, the game slows down a whole lot, so you have to really execute a lot of your offense, and also, like our coach said, defend and rebound, and that's our biggest goals going into the game. Make sure that we defend the rebound and run. So it's going to be harder during CIAA to do that, but if we do that, we'll have a good chance of winning.
Now, you guys have seen every team in the CIAA at least once as you head into the tournament. Is that a benefit?
Absolutely. I feel like you kind of know what you're going against. With us playing everybody at least once, we kind of already have a previous scout, and then our coaching staff does a great job of watching film and giving us scout reports so that we're prepared going into the game.
Obviously, you guys won the North Division. You're the number 1 seed in the North Division, number
Correct.
2 overall. Who are some of the other top teams that you guys are looking at down in that tournament?
Not in the tournament.
No, in the tournament. Yes.
Of course, Shaw. We played them this year. We came up short, but they're number 1 in the South right now. Also, Winston-Salem, because we had a letdown when we went down there this year, a game that I thought that we should have won. So those are probably the top 2 teams that's on my mind as far as going into the tournament.
I mean, with me, it's everybody, because it's win or go home. So no matter who we lined up against, you have to win to advance. So it's survival of the fittest right now.
Now, when you talk about Winston-Salem game, you said you should have won. Is that sticking in the back of your mind when you say, hey, we owe them something?
Yes.
Team.
I feel like we're a great team, like, overall, but when we come up short this year, the teams that we come up short to, when we get a chance to play them again, we usually pay them back.
Yeah. Okay, so Atlantic Region, you guys are ranked number 6. Coach said he doesn't want to leave it to chance. What about you guys?
Same. I agree with the coach 100%. We can't leave it up to them. We just got to go out there and play our basketball game the way that we know that we can play.
And Coach said there's a double-edged sword. You guys have a bye, so you earned the bye. Would you rather be playing or would you rather be sitting and watching a couple of games?
Yeah, I feel like at the end of the day, it's playoff time. So it's all about focusing and winning. It doesn't matter if we're playing at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Today, we're not playing on. We're playing on Thursday. It wouldn't matter if we was playing on Tuesday or Wednesday. The focus is winning. Like, we want to go out with rings. So that's our main focus.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter to me. Also, like Coach said, we obviously did something right for us to be playing on Thursday. So that's an accomplishment in itself. But we can't let that play a factor in how we play on Thursday, not being able to play on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Okay. Darren Clark, Gavin, thank you guys so much for being here today.
Thank you.
Good luck to you in the CIAA. We'll be back with more Bowie State Bulldogs basketball talk with the big men. Stay tuned. Coming back.